Tonight on Ustream, we say goodbye to two great people. John Challis, the brilliant actor who played Boycie, and Jimmy Greaves, the brilliant footballer who played football. He was brilliant. Daniel Craig says the future James Bond should not be a woman. I say, Daniel, are you mad? Check this lady out. Futile. Yes, folks, we say goodbye to the brilliant John Challis. What a great actor he was. Sadly, he'll only be known for playing Boycie, but there were so many other strings to his bow. I met him years ago when he was married to the delicious Debbie Arnold, a very funny comedienne. Can you say that now? Comedienne. I might get taken to a tribunal for saying that rather than saying she's a comedian. Last time I looked, she never had a... Anyway, so, yes. I met him a few times, John. He was always very charming and very nice. And he started a fashion for people speaking like a spiv, didn't he? He was very clever the way that he portrayed himself on there. Yeah, it is sad. And of course, we say goodbye to Jimmy Greaves as well. What a man. I particularly like Jimmy because not only was he just a great striker, and he missed out on that World Cup, didn't he? That was that good choice? It must have been, because England won the World Cup. But Jimmy Greaves, the greatest striker, was on the sidelines. He was, in his own words, he was probably having a large scotch at the time. His battle against alcohol was absolutely epic. And I spoke to him a couple of times about it, having gone through that myself. And he said, I won't go to nightclubs, Jim, because there's alcohol there. I won't go to these dinners because there's alcohol there. And he couldn't trust himself. And his sobriety meant so much to him. And he lived to a ripe old age. He was a real sarcastic old git, wasn't he? A brilliant after-dinner speaker. And, of course, he gave so many impressionists a new bit in their act because he was easy to do. I'm going to do him now. What? That's all he ever said to me. No, do you know, one morning it was really funny. He was doing his show with Saint and Greavesy. Oh, Greavesy, you really cracked me up. That was Saint, by the way. And there was a comedian. What was his name? He was an American, Jackie Mason, very Jewishy comedian. All the Jews used to go and see him. He was brilliantly funny. And he was on talking to Greavesy on the breakfast TV thing. And Greavesy, he sat there, did the interview with Jackie Mason. And Greavesy said, well, Jackie, we've got our own comedian about to start a new series called Big Break. And as he was about to give me a plug, Jackie Mason said, hey, do you mind having the decency not to talk about another comedian when you're speaking to me? Talk about the other comedian when the other comedian's here. In the meantime, tell them about my new show. I laughed my head off. That night, I'm in Tramp, sitting there on the good table, and in walks Jackie Mason with a young lady who I knew. And he walked in, I said, Jackie, hello. I said, come and sit down. I said, you was the bugger that ruined my plug today on the TV. He said, was that you? Okay, I get you a drink. We're quits. That was it. Greavesy, what a great bloke, and you'll be sadly missed, not just by all the supporters of the teams you played for, but anyone that knows anything about football. That includes the Charlton athletic manager. We'll always remember Jimmy Greaves. What a great character and a real hero of mine. So yes, God has his own cancel culture, doesn't he? He waits until people get to a certain age and then cancels them and takes them up to heaven, where Jimmy Greaves will be sitting there telling George Best how he could have done better with his alcohol. God bless the two of them. Anyway, 40,000 signatures for Chubby Brown now. I spoke to Chubby yesterday and said, what's it all about, Chubbs? What have you done to upset them people? Because Chubby and I are the same. We don't think there is a cancel culture. The people still want to go and see shows, but it's the little people. It's the little people that are suddenly empowered. We don't want him here. Yes, but he sells out a 7,000-seater every year. Okay, let him in, because there's no real good enough excuse to get rid of them. And we believe it is that it's people. And I've spoke to loads and loads of people in the council and this and that and whatever, and I ain't asked, there must be someone. someone in the trustees, some little woman with legs like a Steinway piano and the formings of a moustache and little things there, clock springs on the chin. She's saying, oh, no, we don't like Chubby Brown. You've never seen Chubby Brown. Go and ring a bell in a church or something and let people enjoy themselves. It's absolutely ridiculous. And here's the thing. Chubby Brown has been filling out your theatre in Sheffield, which one could say is not the Las Vegas of the world. People don't rush to perform there. Frank Sinatra, I want to go to Sheffield, baby. Right, no, it isn't Las Vegas. It's a fantastic town, Sheffield. And why don't the people of Sheffield be able to choose with their feet who they want to watch? Shame on you fucking people. Shame on you. There I swore. Ban me. Not that I want to go to your shithole theatre anyway. It's a joke. And I don't play snooker. Oh, that's the Crucible. Is that the Crucible? Yeah. Oh. And for those of you watching in black and white, the blue is behind the pink. Right, so what do I need to go to Sheffield for? I'm off to somewhere really nice. Tonight, which is Tuesday, I'm going to the Tivoli Theatre in Wimborne, which is run by wonderful people, because they have me there. I'm there for 2 nights, and the idea for being there 2 nights is that we can spread the load so people don't have to be jammed in like sardines. Although business is good, there are still some tickets, and you don't have to sit next to anyone. So it's there for 2 nights. And next week, I'm at the Radlett Centre. Do you know where Wimborne is, by the way? It's down near, whatever. I'm at the Radlett Centre, which is at the top of the M25. That's next week for 2 nights as well, so we can get everybody in comfortably. So it's at the top of the M25, so you better leave today if you want to get there next week, because of them friggin' idiots, right, walking in front of the cars on the M25. Now, and what do the police do? They stop the traffic and let them out. Oh, now no one's been killed, we'll try and drag you off. Now it's fucked the whole day up. And people trying to get to hospital. Some woman was 6 hours trying to get to hospital, had had a stroke, her husband was trying to take her. What? No, because all these crusties are all sitting in the front. And I'll tell you something else, you have a look at these crusties, you don't see many BAMEs there, you don't see many black and Asian people that, you know, they're not mad enough to do this, they're not mad enough to protect. Even the BLM people that had those scary marches, at least they didn't hold up the whole of the M25, did they? What do these people want? So, okay, we'll have our roofs insulated. Then get off the fucking motorway, you idiots. I tell you what, go and do it up the N8 in Glasgow, see how you get on. See how you get on with a few Glaswegian lorries. Get your fuck out of here, I got to scratch your fucking twin bee, I can see that. Hey. So, here's the thing. All the news has been cancelled by these idiots, all the real good news. That SpaceX thing, that so-and-so Bezos, that geezer, right? What's his name? Elon Musk, who has blown people off into space, right? They finally landed. And the reason it took them a while to land, they needed an open space where they couldn't land on anyone. So they actually landed between junction 8 and 9 on the M25. Okay, so that's pretty safe. But these idiots are still blocking the road. Try not to run them over if you see them, no matter how much you dare. And a police spokesman said, this is ridiculous. They're taking up so many police resources, it's preventing us from getting down to Dover and arrest illegal immigrants. Yeah, right. Okay, let's go to Ustream, where I really can have a moan without being cancelled. I love it. See you there, www.ustream.com.